line.
Yes, sir.
That video, they did a video for it. That you and Bevan did.
They did the video.
No, I know. No, I was saying it's a video for it, but you and Bevan directed it.
Correct.
And it was nominated for a CMA award, Country Music
CMT. Yeah.
CMC. Listen, I'm listening. Georgia, Florida, CMC.
CMT or CMC?
Is it
CMT, like
CMT?
country,
I thought so, yeah.
country
CMT.
music television.
Television
Yeah.
awards.
Yeah.
Boom. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
What you
I'm not
said?
above. I said CMA.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking Country Music Awards, but Country Music Television Awards. Boom.
Yeah.
That was directed. I mean, that was nominated for an award,
Correct.
and you and Bevan directed it.
Yes, sir.
So, like, just talk to us about just that whole process. I mean, like, that's huge. Like, no, yeah, like it was nominated for it, and although it didn't win, it was big enough to be able to be recognized in a space that isn't really, you know what I'm saying, like.
No, country
welcoming.
music
Yeah.
is like
Country. It's CMT. The CM stands for country music. Like,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
like we aren't in that. You sure you don't want to? I will give
give
up my spot.
I'll give up my spot
Bevan, come on.
right now.
Right now.
I mean, for now.
For now, all right, come on.
We're going to let her talk about it too.
Come here. No, Bevan, come on.
She can
come
just
on.
sit. We
All
can
right.
share this mic.
No. Blamo gave up his spot real quick for the video. Come on, just walk through. It's all good. We growing. It don't even matter what we do with the video. So Bevan is here now. You know what I'm saying? And we just want to kind of talk about the video. Y'all directed it. Y'all were in charge of kind of the vision of the video a little bit by Nelly in Florida, Georgia line.
Correct.
Talk to us just about the vision of the video, it being nominated, being accepted in a space that isn't really welcoming to, you know, our culture or, you know, specifically Black culture. Just talk about the whole experience and how it was and, you know, the vision behind it.
Well, I mean, first of all, it was just amazing to work with somebody like Nelly, who we grew up just
Nelly is
admiring.
Nelly is, you know what I'm saying? He's
the
a mogul.
nostalgia,
Like,
the nostalgia behind that,
for sure.
And really his manager, which is Jay Irvin. Shout out to Jay Irvin. I built a relationship with him in the past and done a lot of videos with other artists where he's seen me kind of rise to the occasion. And he's the type of guy who's thrown me in the fire. Like, I might not have had the accolades at the time, but he put me in position and I executed. And this was the same type of situation, but it was on the next level. And it was in a space that we had necessarily never ventured into, because country music, I didn't grow up listening to country music or nothing like that. But being in that space was dope, because we just had to adapt. And we learned a lot during that process. I ain't gonna lie. Like, we learned how to, like, really work with a celebrity of his stature. Not only him, but also Florida Georgia Line, because they're very big in the country music space. Yeah. You know, and having to juggle, you know, his team, their team, and not only we had Lay's and Dodge Ram were investors in the video, or what do you call it?
Sponsors.
Product placement.
So they had product placement. So we had to deal with four teams, you know, four different teams. Nelly's team. We had to deal with Florida Georgia Line's team. We had to deal with Lay's, and we had to deal with Dodge Ram
and logistics
and the label.
Yeah.
And really, Jay just was like, "Man, Chris got it," and he told Nelly, and Nelly was like, "I got on the phone with him. We had a good conversation. I got to understand kind of what he wanted to see, and our whole goal was like, okay, because we grew up listening to Nelly, and we know what our perspective, you know, is. But at the same time, we understood that he's in a whole new
tip drill. That's all I think.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's what we grew up. You know what I'm saying? All that.
Yeah.
So that's just one perspective of this
country
guy.
music is a whole different genre.
Understanding that he has developed and grown as an artist, and he has a whole nother space. So we had to first, you know, understand where he was in his career, and like, I don't want to make something that just appeals to me. I want to make something that appeals to where he's at, and at the same time, but I still, if I was looking at it as a Nelly fan from, you know, the little kid from Virginia and all the kids from St. Louis or wherever you from, that I want them to still also be able to resonate with it. Yeah. So I think that's the time, like during the development of the treatment, we was like, man, we want to be inclusive of, you know, everybody. So we use like a lot of locals in the city, and me and Bevan, we took a trip down there because she produced it. So just so we break down what
I'm
it
a
is.
producer.
Okay.
Bevan is the producer.
Give me another
Animator.
applause. We give another round of applause right now.
sir.
Y'all don't hear it, but it's going.
So Bevan's the producer. I'm the director. So I come up with a lot of the vision on how we want it to flow. Bevan
I do
also
all the logistics to make sure that what we're doing is tangible and we are in liability.
Okay.
facts. Not only that, but also like she wears
Within
multiple
our-
hats because it's also like the creative director. We want to make sure we finding the right people who make sure that this thing feels the way it needs to feel. So our whole goal with that video was just like, man, we want real people.
Yeah.
Like we want, and we understood country music like is definitely when I look at it and when I looked at the videos, I don't want to say safe. I want to say that they just it's a certain aesthetic that we want to stay within, but we want to bring the relevancy of our culture into it
for sure.
And in doing so, we went to Nashville and we had to understand because they wanted to shoot in Nashville, Florida Georgia Line. They got a restaurant down there, and we took a trip. On our own. We took a trip on our own just to understand the city. We went down there. We went and stopped at different restaurants, talked to locals, and we ended up going to Bryan Motorsports. It's like a car shop, and they got some sweet old schools in there.
Rims. That's where you get your rims from in Nashville.
We just walked up in the shop like this. We was driving down the street like, oh, this shop look hard. And then boom, we pull over like, yo, let's go in here. And then of course we like, hey man, we shooting a video for Nelly. And they like, oh, word.
Yeah.
And then we show them my stuff, and they like, oh wow, like, and we ended up going around the city and meeting a lot of dope people.
That's what's up,
I
bro.
see y'all met Mr. Uwe.
Yeah,
or something like that.
exactly.
That
And
was
he
sweet.
was another person on
fire,
Jefferson Street, and we went around the city like, okay, bet we want to showcase all these people because the song is a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and we wanted to show a little bit of every aspect of, you know what I'm saying,
the city. Yeah.
the city and what Nelly represents and Florida Georgia Line represents. And that's what we did, man. It was really just about, we was coming out of the pandemic. It was a lot of stuff you seen that was depressing. So we wanted to make sure that this visual was, happy, man. Like I just want the energy. Yeah.
My favorite scene might have been like that Lay's placement when Nelly was racing the little kid.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Bro, that was one of my favorite scenes. I'm like, dog, that's dope how y'all captured that. You know what I'm saying? Like just that feeling. But yeah, it was definitely fun, very vibrant. Like
right, and that was the goal. Like, cause a lot of our videos, we go like aesthetically and creatively, we like to take it there. Yeah. But this video, it's like I feel like with anything and with music, it's just about the feeling. Like, and the feeling for this video called for like unity. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we wanted to show. Unity, and it ended up resonating, man. The video ended up hitting over 20 million views, CMT award nominated.
Playing with her, man. Give me another applause, bro. Stop playing with her.
And Bevan can tell you her experience, like probably on
that's what I was saying. I'm gonna get into that. Like she had manifested the award before it even came in, like a year before. Like let's talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess. I do the newsletters. I'm big on like you said, manifesting. So I also want people to open my newsletter.
If you get a newsletter from Bevan, open
buy the
that
book.
shit, bro.
Yes,
Buy
sir.
the book.
Buy the book. Open it and read it because
Please,
it's gonna come to pass.
Yeah. So essentially, I always think about what's newsworthy, and then what's possible. It's possible in my mind. It was like it's possible that this can be. Oh, we're good.
Yeah,
I'm trying to pour something that ain't there.
I didn't know that it was gone. I'm honestly like I was trying to keep it on the low. I was hoping you just kept talking. I didn't know. I had no idea. I poured it and I was like, oh, okay, all right, let's just keep going. But yeah.
No. I mean, essentially, I really wanted people to open the newsletter. I make subject titles that sound like they're newsworthy, and essentially I think I kind of put it out into the universe and people jumped on the bandwagon. I got an email list, some people on there probably like seen it and was like, yeah, like this should be nominated for a CMT award.